Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Arjun and Kamal, streaming live from Long Island, New York, streaming coast to coast and across the globe. Today on Wall Street, it was a bad day, but in particular, it was an awful day for biotechnology stocks. The play that we talked about last week, switching out of XLE into XLF, might have been a good one. It looks so far promising. Um, I'm in both. I didn't totally switch out of XLE, but I sold some XLE, bought some MasterCard, and a little more XLF. So that was a good switch for me. Walmart is another one of my winners. Pfizer, another one of my winners. But I tell you, almost everything else in my portfolio was red today. It was just tearful, tearful. We'll talk about some of the stocks that I tweeted out. Let's see what they are. We're going to talk about XLE and XLF, that switcheroo. Pfizer, Athersys, CRISPR, Apple. Oh my goodness, Apple getting killed over supply issues. I mean, the COVID is slamming into Shenzhen province in China, where Foxconn is, and that's their main supplier. Apple, Amazon, GBTC, Lockheed Martin, Walmart. Let's see how many of them we can get to. Uh, let's see the comment. Question about ASTR space. I have a launch tomorrow. Can you take a look? Why not? We're going to take a look at ASTR as well. Okay, let's get to busy. We'll share screen and get right to work. Trillion reasons. God bless Jake and his humanitarian efforts. Thank you, Trillion. I'll pass that on to him. Let's see here. Yahoo Finance. Okay, the S&P was down 0.75%. We've been slammed harder on the S&P, only 31 points. I say that, tongue in cheek a little bit. And then the Dow is up 1 point. Let's call it even, flat. The NASDAQ down 2%. There's the culprit, 262 points. And the Russell almost down 2%. And of course, the XB, I'm sure without even looking, was down more. Crude oil down 7% today. That's actually good news for the bulls, 102. Gold down 30, 1.54%. So even the safe havens aren't so safe. Silver down 3.52%.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me that the gold was down today.
I never could understand gold. 10-year bond up 6.8% to 214, up 13 from two. It was just $2 the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no safe haven anymore, right? It's selling it. Bitcoin up $87 despite the European Union threatening to stop all Bitcoin transactions. So, I mean, there's all kinds of stories in the naked city, but Bitcoin is getting to be a little scary with this war, with this Russian Russian war, whatever you want to call it. I call it a war. Crypto, FTSE, everything else is up. Nikkei is up 0.5%, 0.5%. FTSE up 0.5%. It's the U.S. market that got slammed today. Let's take a look in particular at SPY to start things off. Down 3 to 417. After hours 417.76. Considering everything, it's not that bad. I've seen worse days. And despite how bad everything is, look how stubbornly it's holding on. For the last 2 weeks, it's holding on to this bottom that it made on 224. of 410.64. As long as that bottom holds, I'm going to feel more and more bullish. If that bottom don't get taken out soon, I'm just going to be buying some more SPY and SPXL and you name it. I think we're one headline away from a very big rally. That headline being Russian war resolved. It's one way or another. Hopefully, in the best way possible for the Ukrainian people. But that's what I think. I think we're going to get news on the war that's going to send the market higher. And I think it'll happen this week.
This week.
Yes, this week. I'm thinking tomorrow could be flat or it's slightly down. And Wednesday, totally flat till the Fed announcement in the afternoon, with a rally to follow into Thursday and Friday. Especially if the Fed move coincides with peace in Ukraine, the market will blow its stack. That's what it's waiting for right now. So I'm as bad as it is. Take solace in the fact that we may get a huge rally with a little bit of good news. That's how I feel right now. I feel we're on the verge of a huge rally, much more so than the likelihood of a huge sell-off from here. Only because it's hanging so stubborn. It may look terrible, but this is already 2 weeks after the bottom has been put in, and it cannot get back to that test of the lows yet at 410. We may very well test that low before we turn it around. Why not? What we still have right now is a lower low and a higher. I mean, a higher low and another higher low. So we have two higher lows in a row, and I wouldn't be shocked if we turn it around. We would minimal to no more losses till Wednesday, and then rally into the end of the week. So that's where I'm at. I'm expecting a rally, and if we get the rally, I'll be very happy. If we don't get it, depending on what the S&P where it does go, I will reevaluate. Just like Arjun is going to reevaluate to the long side if he doesn't get 410 broken. So I think 410 is so critical. If that holds, we're gonna go up from there. If it doesn't hold, if it goes right through it, like it's like you're slicing through butter, then any number is possible. Then I begin to get nervous. Then I will take measures to protect myself with puts and so on. Right now I'm long with no protection. Apple, Amazon. I'm long Walmart. I'm long a lot of quality names, but I'm still getting hurt. All right, Pfizer. Pfizer's holding me in there a little bit. The promise of that pill, I forget the name of it, the COVID pill. Merck is selling a lot of their pill, and they're not nearly as effective. So once the Pfizer pill comes out, I expect if COVID is still a factor, it'll sell like crazy. Nobody wants to go to the hospital to get infusions. Give me the pill, right?
Right.
Yeah, give me the pill.
We need a chill pill for the market now.
Yeah, we need that. We need that too. Here we go. 480 down to 410. I think that might be it. We may have seen the bottom. I'm telling you, we get good news on Russia, that's it. It's going to soar. And that could happen any day now. Putin was making noises like, he's willing to talk. And the Ukrainians were making positive noises as well. So let's see what happens with the war. That's a major factor here, geopolitical events. I see good things. Of course, I am by nature bullish, so I'm not happy with looking at my portfolio, especially when I see Apple down $4.11 or 2.66%. Apple has been the bellwether, and it unlike the market, did make a new low. You see, from February 24th, the same day that we pointed out on the SPY.
Yeah, it's because there is some COVID issues in China, and they shut off. I
Yeah,
think they shut off their factory or something.
yeah, they should. Foxconn is a main supplier in Shenzhen, China, and they're closed at least for a week. And if they stay closed, for longer than that, it's going to hurt production by a couple of percent, maybe.
I also heard that Ford today is selling cars or Ford Explorers with missing parts,
Yeah,
promising to reinstall them once they arrive. Like you buy the
yes,
car and come back later. We'll finish it for you.
right. And GM is selling cars without heated seats and so on. It's crazy what's going on.
So what's the new support for Apple? The fact
Uh,
that it broke through the 200, right? That's the 200.
yeah, you were looking down here. I'll draw the line. We're looking, let's say, really down here. The stubble bottom down here at 138.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's the bottom line. That's where the real support is. You could point out support just below, right here.
What? Yeah.
That would be 147.5. But that's not as strong support as the one down here at
Of
138.
course.
That's the real support. You have a little support at 148, couple of points below. Maybe that'll hold. I mean, a lot depends on the overall market, but it also, Apple has a unique situation with the supply issue, where they're being severely hurt by this. So we'll see what happens with Apple. And Bitcoin, I have worries with the EU. They're making noises that I don't like about Bitcoin, that they're going to potentially stop all Bitcoin transactions in the European Union. And I guess it's to stifle Russia, but it's also going to stifle me and everyone else who's investing in Bitcoin. Right now, the chart is still very good, but it's got trend line support. So for now, it's okay. I'm a little worried, maybe a little more than a little. Amazon, another dreadful day after announcing a 20-for-1 forward split. It has the nerve to go down big time today, back down to 28.37, off 73 points or 2.5%, similar to Apple on the day. I guess it wants to fill this gap. That's what it looks like at 27.85. And it very well probably will at this point, 27.85.
When are they planning to do the buyback?
May, upon approval of the shareholders. Are you going to approve?
Of course.
Okay, there you go.
By I think 10 billion worth of shares.
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna vote yes. I'll let you know right now. And I don't often vote. Most proxies get ripped up, but I'm going to vote for this one. So 27.88, I think, is it's going to fill that gap. It just looks like it should fill that gap. And then it'll probably go up, maybe go a little lower, but I don't think it takes out the low of the day. I don't think it takes out this low at around 27.50. So I don't think it'll retest the absolute bottom at 26.71. But I do think 2750 is certainly in the cards for Amazon, unfortunately. Uh, but then that would be over the next 2 days. I think by Thursday and Friday, it together with the rest of the market will recoup. That's my thinking. I'm thinking down through the Fed meeting and up after the Fed makes its move and continued up Thursday and Friday, provided we get some good news out of Russia and Ukraine. And I think that will happen. So I'm very optimistic. I'm giving a the rosiest I can be under the circumstances.
I hope it's not just wishful thinking.
No, it's more than wishful thinking. I mean, it's hard to handicap a war, and that's essentially what I'm doing. But it's different than handicapping the chart, than looking at charts and making predictions. But I feel very strongly that this war is going to get settled, even though Russia is, kind of closing in on Kiev. Okay, this is still looking good, Astra, over the last few weeks anyway. It had that big engulfing candle over here on the 24th of February, along with the big green candle from the spiders and so on. But it's been strong ever since and hasn't really given back any territory. So it's grudgingly holding that gain. That day it ended at 340. Today it's 353, 351. So
The volume today is also a bit high.
yeah, on a down day, but it's got a launch tomorrow, assuming that goes well. I think it continues on up. This particular stock. Where do I see resistance on this? I don't know, probably to 50 at about 451. I think you can get another buck out of this one. I'm not saying I'm buying it, but I think if I owned it, I'd be looking for another buck before I got rid of it, especially with good news tomorrow, hopefully. Okay. What else did I have? I had Pfizer listed. Oh, all right, Pfizer. Pfizer and Merck are running about even in their COVID pill, but Merck is 30% effective. Pfizer only is 90% effective. So which one would you rather have? I'd rather have the 90% effective one. And of course, the Merck pill, there's stories, rumors, or reason to believe that it could cause birth defects. And men are being advised not to have unprotected sex for 3-4 months after the use of that Merck pill. That might be enough for me not to want to take that one. It's, if I were a young man.
Right.
Okay, we're at the upper end of what looks like a pretty good zoom channel off the lows. We bottomed very nicely right here on the 24th of February at 45.40. And we're rallying. We're up over 10%, about 15% off of those lows. And with production ramping up on that paradoxal or whatever it's called, I forget the name of it, the pill. I think this one, just off the sales of that COVID pill worldwide, could zoom back to $60 easily. So this one is defying all biotech negative trends and shows you it has a mind of its own. Pfizer looks like a strong buy here. And let's look at another good one. Walmart has bounced nicely off the lows.
True.
with another strong day on a down on a on a very negative day, up 1.4%, close to its double top here. Let's draw in that double top, which is going to prove to be a little resistance. The double top coming right here at 146.50, roughly. So 2 more points should be easy, and then we'll see if it can get through that. And this peak right above it at 148. So Walmart's in a sustained rally mode, and let's see where it takes it. I think it could take it much higher, up to 150, before it pulls back a little, or maybe even higher than that. Let's see where the all-time high is. We're looking at 152.50, something like that. I see good things for Walmart. I'm happy to own that one, and probably will add to it, because what the hell, I don't have too many winners to add to. That's one of them. What else did I write down? I wrote down a bunch of stuff. Got to take a look. Athesis. This one is the opposite direction from Walmart. Just in free fall right now. It's earnings after the close. Did that come in yet?
Isn't it tomorrow or is it today?
I thought it was the 14th. Maybe it's tomorrow. I'm not sure. It could be tomorrow. I don't remember. I thought it was today for some reason. No news?
I don't see news.
Okay, maybe it's tomorrow. In any event, today or tomorrow, there's going to be earnings, and it's not the earnings that's got investors worried. What has investors worried is the ever diminishing stock price.
Right.
That's what has investors worried. And when you see that 60-cent level hit, like today, it went actually below 69 cents. It went as low as 67. You got to start thinking dilution, reverse splits, all kinds of nasty stuff ahead. So it might take you down to the lower end of this yucky channel at about somewhere around here. If you get the reverse split, it's going to definitely do terrible things like go to 39 cents. That's one number that comes into my head. But otherwise, I think 50 cents is going to be the floor. How do I know that? I obviously don't, but that's what I'm thinking. That if there's some negative announced, like dilution but not a reverse split, it's still going to go down. And the only thing stopping it from a reverse split is that there's more time based on NASDAQ rules. It hasn't been below $1 long enough to force it to reverse split. Okay, so Athesis is awaiting news. If that news from Helios come April, May, whenever it is, if that news is positive, then 66 cents will look like the bargain of the century, maybe so far. So it could blow its stack in the upward direction yet. It's a tough one to call. Very tough one to call.
I would like you to chart just one thing. It's called DUST, DUST, just from chart perspective.
Okay.
I own it.
What kind of company?
DUST, DUST.
Yeah, but what? Oh, it's the gold mine.
Yes.
It's like GDX, but it's a bearish.
It's the bearish, yes.
So you're negative on gold.
Right, but I own this particular stock. It's up today. It's my only green one today.
It goes up when gold goes down. Yes.
Right.
From a technical point of view, I have no idea. I mean, from a fundamental point of view, I have no idea what makes gold go up or down. but I've never been a gold bug, so I'd rather be short than long gold if you force me.
And
Even
that's what I am right now.
yeah, I realize that. I'm not a gold bug. So you had tremendous support right in here that got broken, and it went all the way down as gold rallied past 2000 for the first time ever. And now gold is giving it back, and you're gapping up. It looks like you're going to first level of resistance is probably going to be around here, or yeah, probably around here at the 20-day exponential moving average at about 1430. So it looks good. Again, I don't know why gold moves up and down, but it does. And which gap will get filled? Will it be this one or will it be the one above? Maybe it fills, if gold rallies tomorrow, maybe it fills this gap at 1220 before it goes up. But I see that being also a good floor for it, right about 1240. So a good support area would be around 1240.
Again, I'm thinking that this Ukraine Russia conflict or war is going to be over soon. I don't see it prolonging, and
I
that's
agree with you. But you realize it's funny. We're playing the stock market based on what we think is going to happen in Ukraine. It's really
I know it's many factors.
yes, many factors, but that's one of them.
Well, the stock market is looking for stability, you know.
Yes, yes. It wants it to be resolved, hopefully in a good way. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So athesis is very problematic. I could go either way, big time. And of course, the bottom line is going to be the data, which we'll know about early second quarter. My guess. If we get a delay today, tomorrow, or whenever the earnings call is, if there's a delay in the data, then it'll go down even more.
Somebody's asking for MULN.
Okay, we looked at that about a week or two ago, and didn't look bad a week or two ago. MULN. It's actually still looking good. When we looked at it a week or two ago, we called it as being bullish, the chart, and it still looks bullish, even though today was a crazy day where it was up a lot and came back half.
Yeah, but you see the volume. You see that volume.
Big volume, yeah, big green volume. It looks pretty good on the charts. Let's just draw that trend line in. This is nice. And then we gapped up today. Even if it closes the gap at 135, well, that's ways down. Hopefully it doesn't. But if it does, it's only because of a horrible market, probably. And if it does, probably good opportunity to buy more. Actually, I don't think it will, but I think this is a healthy gap up, probably off some solid news. When we looked at this a week ago, we called it as being a likely move up. I guess we were looking at this level for it to move up to 195. We were looking at, and it's got since. Wait a second. We were looking at 195. Yeah, 195. No, 176.
And it passed that already today. It went all the way to $2.09.
Yeah, I know. But when we looked at it earlier, I think we were looking for this level for a swing trade. We were talking about getting in at like this level under $1. So I don't remember exactly when we looked at it, but I know we were talking about for a swing, we would have won our swing bet. Had anybody played it the way we said, they would be winners. But I did not. Should have, but I didn't. And it's probably not too late to get in on this one. That's how it looks.
So the market, you think the market is going to rebound on any positive news now?
Yeah, any positive headline, it's going to take off like a son of a gun.
I hope so. I'm
sure of
I'm
it.
working a lot.
I also like LMT and I like XLF and MA. Those are the ones that I'm making money on. XLE, losing a little on lately. And we'll wrap it up because the half hour is up. It goes quick, a half an hour. We'll end with Tim Kirk's comment. He started a position in Athesis. It's either going to $0 or $70. And that summarizes it. See you all tomorrow. Hasta mañana. Happy trading.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Keep safe.